Alright, I believe we're back. Sorry, my apologies, my computer blue screened. In the fun way that it does, occasionally. Very quirky. I found it very humorous, but we're back. I luckily don't have too much I need to redo, so we're fine. You can all, like, hear me and hear the game and everything, right? That's not getting annihilated. Just have to speed through this again. Oh, Oliver's here, hold on. My cat needs to be freed. Here we go. Alright, let's get back into it. Go back downstairs, get my burger. Hamburger. It was very good carbonara. It killed him instantly. Looks and smells wonderful. Sure does. Enjoy. Claire leaves me to my fate and heads off elsewhere. There's a freshly made cup of coffee and a piping hot plate of carbonara on the table. Man, I can't get enough of this smell. Oh, so good. So yummy in my tummy. Hi there, Mr. Hyde. Oh, that's not. Oh, no. Oh, hi, Sydney. You sounded like your daughter for a second there, man. Yeah, who do you think she gets it from? Are you enjoying today's coffee? The initial taste's pretty mild, but it certainly has some depth to it. Doesn't it just? It's not everyone who can discern the taste of mandolin. I'm from New York. I know all about manhandling. You really know your coffee, Mr. Hyde. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Plus the carbonara is something else. Glad you mentioned it. It's one of my own creations. Is that pride I'm sensing? Yeah, you got it. The place prides itself on food as well as coffee, you know. Friendly staff, too. And the best service you'll find anywhere around these parts. It's got everything. Be that as it may, still can't believe we have to close the place at the end of the month. Oh, Sydney. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to come out quite that loudly. You found a new place to set the cafe up yet? Not yet, unfortunately. To be honest, I just thinking about it gives me a heartache. After 12 years of slogging out here, I had kind of hoped I'd never have to move. Can't say I'm looking forward to starting all over again. 12 years, huh? Quite a run. If you add that to the time I spent working at the old place, it's 18 years in total. You knew all about this place when it was a hotel, right? That's right. Ooh, there's some stuff I'd like to know about then. Could you tell me about what kind of hotel it was? Oh, I forgot my little demons. Hold on. My little creatures aren't out. They were lost in the divorce. Also, what's your news, Sam? What do you got for me? You found a doll that was like a twisted child of dolls in Clue and Sudoku? That sounds promising. Could you tell me what kind of hotel it was? Actually, I can do better than that. I've got a picture if you'd like to see. Oh, even better. There it is in all its glory. Does it include a picture of my dad exploding? I take the 1967 hotel photo from Sydney. Who knows, maybe a 13-year-old photo of the hotel will come in handy. Mind if I hang on to this for a while? Not at all, just bring it back when you're done. Sydney says his piece and moves away from the table. Yeah, fast day. Thank you. December 22nd, that afternoon after lunch at Lucky's Cafe. Decided I need some fresh air and headed into town. It's that time of year again, the streets are packed with people looking for presents. Before I even know it, I've taken myself into a back alley away from all the commotion. Not long before I find myself going into an old movie theater nearby. This place is great. It only plays classic films. This time it's a western. Mean-looking guy with a heart of gold saves a village from bandits, and everyone loves him. Woman and the kid want him to stay, but he knows he's gotta move on. Brilliant stuff. In a certain light, the profile of the star reminds me of a little of my dad. Let out a sigh. By the time I leave the place, the sun nearly set and night's creeping in. Remembering my dad has left me feeling a little heavy-hearted. Shamble my way back home. The building looks decrepit. Like it knows its days are numbered, and I look up. I notice a light in one of the windows on the 4th floor. Somebody up there? Huh? Somebody's coming down the stairs. Who the schmelvin is this? Who the hell is that? Hello there. Who the hell are you? What's the matter? Too good to even say hello? Not that I mind. I'm Will White from room 306. Will. So this is Will White. After giving the guy a good looking over, I seem to recall seeing him once before. I must apologize. It's a shame you didn't remember my name. Especially since I know exactly who you are. You live in room 202, Mr. Hyde, right? Yeah, that's right. Sorry I didn't recognize you just until now. It's no problem. Don't give it a second thought. I'm a salesman myself. Spend so much time away from here on business. No wonder most of the others in this building don't recognize me. Seems like the do-gooder gentleman type. Exactly polar opposite to the type of salesman I am. I'd look forward to becoming a closer acquaintance with you, Mr. Hyde. But as you know, we're both about to leave this place. Looks like the most appropriate thing we can say would be along the lines of, it's a shame. Yeah, you got that right. Now, if you'd excuse me, I'm a little forward, Mr. Hyde, but about leaving this place. Have you heard any further information from Miss Patrice? I'm especially interested in finding out why exactly she decided to sell all of a sudden. Well, she just said that it's tough for one woman alone to run a place like this. Not to mention the recent bout of trouble that's been happening. I see. I can fully appreciate how running this place alone could take it out of you. In fact, recently I've been disturbed by noises coming from the floor above at night. I wanted to ask her to take a look because I can't imagine what could be causing it. Please excuse me, I must be going. Will ascends the stairs and disappears out of sight. Will White, a man who certainly likes the sound of his own voice. I like doing that voice too. But he told me about the noise and the light I saw just now. Might be wise to go up there and have a look. Have a look? Huh? Dude, everyone knows the technique. That person doesn't know how to put in a door wedge, though. The door's open. Huh. Door's open. The fuck are you doing in here, Dylan? Someone's here. Fucking Blair Witching with all that dumpy. All that ass. Room 405. Hey. The man calls out without turning around. That you, Mr. Hyde? Dylan? I thought it'd be you. It looks like I need to add clairvoyance to the list of things Handyman can do. Well, I just figured there's only one person around here who would sneak in here like that. Guess I was right. Yeah, you got me. You took a look around up on the 4th floor yesterday, right, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, I did. A little bit of snooping. I noticed the door for 404 was unlocked, so I went inside. You went into 404, huh? I wonder who the culprit is. Hey. The culprit for what? Well, for causing a ruckus up here. Thanks to whoever it was, Mr. White from 306 complained about it to me. Because of that, Miss Patrice ordered me to find the cause of the noises. I don't have enough to... as if I don't have enough to do. What kind of complaint was made? Apparently there was some sort of loud noise all of a sudden from this floor. Mr. White was woken up by it and decided to complain. That explains why he was telling me when we spoke earlier. I got the impression that it doesn't take much to get his panties in a bunch. Well, he's the kind of guy who pays too much attention even to the tiniest things. Always ready to complain. To tell you the truth, I don't really get on with him. I couldn't agree more. I've only ever spoken to him properly once. Well, that's comforting. Glad it's not just me being petty about something. Comforting? Yeah. Well, you see, after we last chatted, I thought that you're really an interesting guy. I wanted to continue our conversation from before. Well, go on. Not just me either, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Raver from 302 has also said something about having a chat with you. Oh yeah, I need to give Raver back his fucking thing. Why do you want to continue our conversation? Well, after I found out you used to be a detective, I really wanted to hear more about the kinds of things you did back on the force. I'm pretty sure you'd be bored by most of the stories I told you. I really doubt that. I want to hear stories from the real cases, you know, evidence, clues, that sort of thing. Dylan, I'm serious. Sorry to disappoint, but I really don't have anything exciting to share. Really? Oh, that's a shame. Why does Frank want to talk to me? I would have thought it's because he knows you used to be a detective too. You and he must have a lot in common. So should I assume that you've told him about my past as well? Well, yeah, I told him, but only because he asked me. When did he do that? It was just this morning, actually. He asked what kind of man you were. This is what I told him. That you used to be a cop back in Manhattan. Then, 4 years back, you shot your partner, quit the force, and became a salesman. Should I keep my mouth shut? You're a fucking dick, Dylan. Right, I'd better be going. Not sure how it happened, but it seems the noise came from a knocked over floor light. May as well leave this room together, Mr. Hyde. Actually, I'd appreciate some time to have a quick look around. Do you want to look around in here? Yeah, if possible, yeah. Well, sure, go ahead, as long as you don't damage anything. I'd lock the place up later. Be seeing you, Mr. Hyde. Don't be away. Hate to see him leave, love to watch it. Huh? What the hell was that? Fell over again? There's a big lamp line broken on the floor. The stool's been left on the floor. I hope no one trips over it. There's a hole in the material. But this fell over too. The doorknob's fallen onto the carpet. So this has come off. I picked up the doorknob. The dresser's in desperate need of some attention from a feather duster. These old-fashioned dresses must have been all the rage when the place was furnished. Corners of the table look like they've been bandaged into the wall banged into the wall too many times. Too interesting. To the chairs kind of looked interesting. What was that? Am I hallucinating? A little bit of hallucination. A couple of chairs are stacked together next to the tables. Guess I've tried to neatly pile up the unused furniture, but they didn't try too hard. How would stuff be falling over in here? Not sure what all that black stuff is on the toilet, but I sure hope no human made it. Venom. Bathtub's pretty moldy. Guessing it used to be actually white all over. I think that's everything. Let's get the fuck out of here. No, this is the light switch. Ooh, mystery? There goes the lights. Back on you go. Huh. Maybe if I flick them on and off. Huh? Oh, that flickering. Is something going on up there? Oh, we're getting his attention. Huh? It's you, Mr. Hyde. It's Dylan. I saw the light flashing on the 4th floor and thought I'd come up here and investigate. Oh, when you closed the door just now, the force must have loosened the doorknob. Fell off and I couldn't open the door. Is that so? No, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Hyde. I'm just lucky you saw my signal and came to get me. The entire 4th floor is in pretty bad shape. This kind of thing happens a lot. I'll repair it later on. I see. We'll be needing this then. Well, thanks. I'll look after that. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. You say so. Damn it, you've almost fell for my scheme to kill him. A lot of alternate ways you can solve problems in this game. I'm gonna lock the door. Go right ahead. Right, I'm gonna go back to my room now. Run away. Any other schemes in here? I don't think I have any other business in here. I should probably just go talk to Frank. Zoom! That's my pager. Oh, never mind, I'm Mr. Popular. I'll head back to my room. Zoom! Zoom! Huh? Somebody's standing in the hallway. A fucking stand user. What do you want, Tony? Hey there. Hey, Tony. That's that wax you bought. It's perfect. Just tried a little on my... I tried it on my balls and it felt fantastic. It's shining now. That's good to hear. Certainly is. But more importantly than that... Hey, Tony. What's with the smile? What's with all the smiles? Hyde, you really are a sly one, man. You're not making any sense. What do you mean? Come on, there's no need to be modest about it. I saw him, man. What did you see? I went to see you in your room and instead caught a peek at some hot chick. Excuse me? What did she look like? Well, she had long blonde hair. Anything else? Yeah, she was smoking. I mean, she was petite and slender. Huh. Got any ideas? I got plenty of ideas, but... Remembered then, have you? When did you see her? I don't know, about 30 minutes ago. She was just hanging around outside your room. Did you speak with her? Well, I wanted to, but as soon as I opened my mouth, she ran off. Sorry, I gotta split. There's somewhere I need to be. Mila's here. Tony says his piece and leaves. Where'd she run off to, then? Huh? The note in my door. I move the note that's been jammed into the door. It reads, Misty, I'll drop in another time. Mila. So it was Mila. Damn, I wanted to see her. Rachel, why didn't you tell me she was coming? Time to give Rachel a call. Oh, the light's on my answer. Let's see, what do we got? Oop. I hear a man's voice on the tape. Sounds familiar somehow. You must deliver the Scarlet Star to whoever is responsible for Kathy McGrath's death. I know that voice. For information on the reward, check under the table B in Lucky's Cafe at 7 p.m. today. Deliver the Scarlet Star to whoever is responsible for Kathy's death. Regarding the reward, be in Lucky's Cafe at 7 and look beneath table B. The hell is this? Some kind of joke? I pager again. Hey. Yeah, hold your horses, Rachel. Red Crown, how may I help you? It's me. Ed's been wanting to talk to you. I'll pass you over. Rachel. Before you pass me over, I need to talk to you about something. What is it? I just heard that Mila came to my room while I was out. She left me a note saying she'd try again later. Really? She was there? She must have gone straight to your place after arriving in LA. I'm supposed to be meeting her shortly. That's good. Could you let her know how I got the note? Sure thing, sweetie. Okay, I'm passing you over to Ed now. Love you, Rachel. I heard that. Well, I got some info for you, Hyde. It's about the reopening of your father's case. Managed to get some time with a friend of the mayor's, and we had a chat. Did they say why they chose now of all times to reopen the case? Well, the LAPD are eager to put the decisiveness of candidate Hugh Speck to the test, and to begin a huge crackdown on a certain organized crime syndicate. As a grand opening to this campaign, they decided that one of the most infamous unsolved cases in recent history would be amped. As it turns out, one of the most prominent ones on their list happened to be your dad's. Ed, are you trying to tell me that the organized crime syndicate they're after is... You got it, Hyde. It's Nile. They had their eyes on that group since the events at Hotel Dusk a year ago. This is crazy. I seriously think my dad's death is connected in some way to Nile? Trust me, I was shocked too when I heard it. When I found your dad's dead body in that parking lot 25 years ago, we discovered that he'd been killed elsewhere roughly 2 days before, then moved. There were no witnesses and no obvious signs leading to the murderer. We were stuck. We searched the suitcase and we found at the scene and officially identified him. It was Chris Hyde. My superior at the time was keen to put the case to rest and told me to tie things up. This is what he said to me. He said that a case like this wasn't worth the time and effort. Can't believe that it may have some sort of connection with Nile. In fact, that connection has only just become apparent to me. Was your superior Hugh Speck? Yeah, that were him. I got some more interesting information on my own, Ed. Found out who the receipt for the lost item on that order sheet is. Yeah, well, who's the lucky guy? According to my client, I'm supposed to hand it to whoever was responsible for the murder that happened here 13 years ago, Kathy McGrath's murder. They want you to deliver the item to a murderer in an unsolved case? That's what it sounds like to me. Well, Well, now it's starting to make sense. The client, whoever they may be, wants just more than an item. They want you to investigate the events in that building's past, too. So it seems. There's something that don't sit right with me about all this, Hyde. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm still looking into Frank Raver. I'll call you when I got something. Got it. Huh. Weird. Who is that? Hello? It is I. You were the last person I expected to see. What do you want? I just wanted you to return my tape. Tony informed me that it's in your possession. Hand it over. Oh, he's got a point. I did get it from Tony yesterday. Yeah, sure. Hello, Stank Man. I had to take Frank's tape back to him. Oh, thank you. Delicious. Yes, that's my tape, all right. Perhaps you'd care to tell me how my tape entered your possession, Mr. Hyde? I'd be very glad to know. What did Tony tell you? He told me to ask you. Now, please enlighten me. Why did you have my tape? I found it. Where exactly? In the laundry. Was it together with my tape recorder? No, I came across the tape after I'd returned your tape recorder to you. And that's your story, is it? What makes you think I'd have any reason to lie to you about something like that? Well, think about it. What would I have to gain? So handsome. Mr. Hyde, when Tony summoned me to the 4th floor yesterday, he said he had some business. Except when I arrived at the designated spot, it wasn't Tony I met, but you. Tony decided not to make an appearance. Then today, he came to my room and asked me to forget all about the day before. He also told me that you had my tape and then left. I can't claim to understand what that man is thinking, Mr. Hyde. Well, you'll get no answers from me. I can barely work them out either. If you really want to try and find out, you're gonna have to ask him. That much we can agree on. Anyway, I think we've concluded our business. Well, hold on, Mr. Raver. I got something I want to ask you. Do you now? You're not gonna be happy about this, but I listened to your tape. You did what? Yeah, I listened, and what I heard surprised me. Seems you're still trying to solve the murder that happened here 13 years ago. I'd like to know why you're so interested in that case, Mr. Raver. You really want to know? Well, tough. It has nothing to do with you. Maybe not, but I'm still curious. There's more to this case than I originally thought. More, you say? It seems you haven't been able to rid yourself of your acute detective senses. Normal people would just accept that it has nothing to do with them and move on. But a detective views things differently. Once he gets the scent, he has to act. I saw the change in your eyes when you heard. The sense is more a curse than a blessing. That's as you say, Mr. Raver. I'm forced to ask these questions. I understand. Nevertheless, I'll tell you straight. Stop pursuing me in my investigations. And cease trying to go after those connected to the crime. Alright, well, who's connected? Tell me about it, handsome. It seems you've not mistaken my advice, Mr. Hyde. Well, spit it out. Huh. Well, take a look at this photograph. It's a picture of a funeral. Yes, the funeral of one of the people who found Kathy McGrath's body. If you look real carefully, there's someone in the picture I'm sure you'll recognize. Mr. Hyde, I'm forced to stop you interfering any further. Therefore, I'd appreciate it if you could avoid hindering me. Do not obstruct my investigations any further. And stay away from the people you see in this picture. You really think that's gonna work? You're gonna give me exactly who I want to see and tell me not to go see him? Okay, I'll take the long hook at the... Look, fuck you. There's one more thing I need to ask you, Mr. Raver. And what's that? What can you tell me about Condor? You mean to say you don't know what Condor is? I wouldn't be asking if I did. I should repeat what I just said. Leave my investigations alone. That's all I have to say. Frank leaves the room. Let's have a look. What am I supposed to be looking for? There's Marie. Hold on. Rex. He was mogging them at their own funeral? What's Rex doing in the photo? I knew that tree leaner was suspicious. Marie Reve's in the picture. Not just her, Rex Foster's there too. What possible connection could the two of them have to a 13-year-old case? Owl, he is not a swag person. He gets money for insurance companies. He put bugs in her room. Not like animals, but like listening devices. He makes it so the insurance companies don't gotta pay. Slip myself in onto my ancient sofa and drift off into my thoughts. Unsolved case. What do I hope to reveal by looking into such an old case? 7 o'clock already. Better make a move. Wouldn't want to miss my chance for some more info. I too put bugs in people's rooms. They're very buggable. Well, let me go talk to the people involved in that photo. Huh? The door to room 203 is open. I can hear somebody's voice from inside. I know that voice. That dress looks good on you. I had a great time yesterday. After the voices stop, somebody leaves the room. I'll see you soon. Oh, fuck. Rex! I'll wait by the same shop as before. Dr. Sex. Hey, Betty. Nice dress. It looks better in your washing machine. Hey, Betty. Mr. Hyde? Sorry about before, Betty. You're a little out of order, but life's too short to bear grudges. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Nice dress, it looked better on me. I'll see you later, Mr. Hyde. Just a moment. What is it? I'm just a little curious about the guy who left your room just now. Oh, you saw, did you? Yeah. His name's Rex. What's your connection with him, Betty? Connection? Are you and he an item or something? Mr. Hyde, I don't want to be rude, but you're beginning to sound like my dad. Your dad? But anyway, Rex is a regular customer at my shop. We've been out for dinner more times than I can remember, and, sometimes we go drinking too. Recently we decided to make a go of it and become a couple. Well, don't take this the wrong way, but do you know the kind of guy he is, Becky? Not exactly the... Are you gonna tell me he's dangerous? Well, actually, yeah, I was. You don't have to worry about me, Mr. Hyde. I know how to choose my men. Rex has a strong personality, isn't afraid to spend his cash, and he knows how to treat a lady. He may be a bit rough around the edges, but he's lonely and he's a sucker for the soft touch. Trust me, Mr. Hyde, I know what I'm getting myself into. I could wrap him around my little finger, but there's no way he could do the same. Yeah, that's comforting. What does that mean? Lonely and a sucker for the soft touch, huh? Doesn't that describe you, Betty? I'm going back to my room. Checkmate, liberal. Betty finishes talking and does just that. What's that rat up to this time? That dirty little rat. Get back here, you. Let me check on Marie real quick. See if she hasn't been exploded yet. Oh, Mr. Hyde. How'd you get on with that security lock I sold you? I rigged it up soon after you left, actually. Making me feel safer already. Looking forward to finally get some sleep. I'm glad you like it. I can't thank you enough for selling me such a useful item. Oh, by the way, your neighbor's banging your stalker. I'm happy she's happy. Even if she did murder her brother and husband, maybe. Get the fuck out of here. Rex, where are you? I know your horny ass is waiting nearby. Rex! Where's Rex? Move, female. I'm in look of men. Time for me to check out table B. Oh yeah, that's right, I have like an actual job to do here. I can't just have sex with Rex. Oh, what is this song? No, go back to what was the last song that was playing? What was that? That was awesome. Hey Claire, which one is table B? It's the one that's second closest to the kitchen. What the hell is this song? Ooh. Ooh. Jamming. Table's showing its age, but it's been scrubbed to perfection. Something's stuck under the table. What could it be? Looks like it's some sort of letter. Like the reward letter from underneath the table. Must have been written on the old-fashioned typewriter. It reads, "The reward for finding the item is the truth of 25 years ago. You'll find part of the truth included here." Truth of 25 years ago? Something else here. Looks like an extract from an old newspaper. The extract is from 1955, it reads, "On December 17th, early in the morning, a body was discovered in a downtown parking lot. Near the city hall, the victim appears to have been shot. After initial forensic checks, it was determined that the victim is a man in his 30s, bled to death after receiving a gunshot wound to the chest. The police believe that he was murdered elsewhere roughly 2 days before, and that he was moved to the parking lot soon after being murdered." God, this is about my dad. Is this really part of the truth of 25 years ago? So the sender of this is trying to say that if I locate the Scarlet Star, I'll also be able to close the case surrounding my dad's death. Huh? Starting at the page, I notice that those T's are higher than the other letters. Wonder if this is the same as the original order sheet I received. I thought so. The T's are higher here as well. Pretty much confirms that these two letters were typed on the same typewriter. Who could have written this? Someone's dangling the truth of 25 years ago in front of my face. Who would do that? Most likely it's whoever sat in the seat today. Maybe Claire can shed some light on who it was. Yo, Claire, help me. Claire, can I ask you something? Sure, what is it? Did anyone sit at that table today? Yeah, there was someone. Who was it? Let me think. Is it coming back to you? Oh, right. I remember both Charles and Dylan sitting there. There might have been other customers who sat there too, but I can't remember. Sorry. I see. But tell me, Mr. Hyde, why are you so interested? No reason, just curious. Alright, if you say so. Claire finishes talking to me and moves away from me. Might be wise to have a chat with the both of them. I haven't seen Charles in like days. Is he alive still? I don't even know what room he's in. Where are they hiding the Frenchman? Oh wait, this is Marie's room. I'm assuming all the jobbers are up on this floor. No. Not here. Very icky. Oh. Hey, you got a moment? Mr. Hyde. I've got something I want to ask you. did you take a trip to the cafe today? Yes, I did. And did you sit at table B near the counter? Yes, but why are you asking me where I sat? So it was you. It was you, Charles. Did you stick the envelope to the underside of the table? I have no idea what you are talking about, Mr. Hyde. Please explain yourself. So you really have no idea. Please, Mr. Hyde. Do you have a reason to doubt what I am telling you? I just wanted to ask. Are you sure you're telling me the truth? How do you expect me to answer when I have no idea what you are talking about? So it wasn't you who stuck the envelope to the underside of the table in the cafe. How many times do I have to tell you I have no idea what you are saying? I see. Did you see anyone at that table before you sat there? Well, yes, there was someone. Who was it? It was Dylan from 304. Fucking Dylan, man, I'm sick of him. When I arrived at the cafe, he was already there. After he left the table, I sat down there. Do you understand, Mr. Hyde? I really do not know anything about the envelope. Yeah, I guess you don't. Sorry for getting on your case like that. I'm glad to see you have finally seen sense. Goodbye, Mr. Hyde. Charles goes back to his room. So it must have been Dylan who placed the envelope under the table. Gonna get some answers from him. I'm gonna kill him. I want the French twink to come out more. He doesn't talk much. Dylan! This isn't your room, hold on. I said, Dylan! Hmm? Room 306 doors open. Well, hello there, Mr. Hyde. Oh, it's you. Well, this is the last place I'd expect to bump into you. And what brings you out this way? Nothing much. I sometimes come up to the third floor to call on people. Well, then that explains it. I had no idea you were on good terms with the residents of this floor. Tell me, it wouldn't be Dylan from 304 that you've come to see, would it? Maybe. What if it is? Well, I hate to give out unwanted advice, Mr. Hyde, but you should keep your wits about you when dealing with him. The hell's that supposed to mean? It seems to have an unhealthy obsession with acquiring information on other tenants. His pretense is that he's doing work on behalf of Miss Patrice. But he takes advantage of this and tends to monitor the tenants' movements. I speak from experience, Mr. Hyde. I've seen his type before. I'd advise you to keep well away from him if you know what's good for you. Oh, but I'm sorry, listen to me talking your ear off. I really must be going, Mr. Hyde. Farewell. Mwah. Give you a little kiss on the way out. Will moves away and heads down the stairs. Rudy ass glasses man. Hey, Mr. Hyde. Huh? I noticed you were chatting with Mr. White just now. Yeah, that's right. What were you talking about? Nothing, just greeting each other. Really? It sounded like a very long greeting then. Yeah, we don't see each other very often. You sure that's all you did? As far as I knew, you and Mr. White didn't even know each other before. Just seems strange that you'd spend so much time with a person you barely know. Listen, Dylan. Are you trying to eavesdrop again? Eavesdrop? You got a nasty habit of always being around when people are talking. How many times have you been conveniently located nearby while I'm having a conversation? Happened once too often for my liking. No, it's not like that. I think it's time you came clean, Dylan. I haven't got anything to come clean about. You really expect me to believe that? Well, speak up, I can't hear you. I haven't got anything to tell you. Spit it out now. Why are you trying to listen into my conversations? Please tell me what you think I've done, Mr. Hyde. I don't take too kindly to being accused without good reason. You what? Dylan looks dumbstruck as he returns to his room. Come back out here, I gotta talk to you. Motherfucker. Who is it? I can hear Dylan's voice ringing up from within the room. It's me, Kyle Hyde. I don't want anything to do with you. Dylan, we need to talk now. Open the door. Joe, wait, leave me alone. Damn it, Dylan. Open the damn door. Dylan. I hear footsteps of somebody approaching me from down the hallway. Hello. Will you kindly keep the noise down? I mean, why would you want to make such a noise outside a person's room at this hour? You're just being a nuisance to everyone. I got business to take care of with Dylan, but he refuses to open the door. And what is this business you have with him then? Has he done something? No, it's between me and him. Huh? Suddenly the door to 304 swings open. I'll kill you, Mr. Hyde. Oh, hey, Mr. Hyde. I didn't know you were still here. The hell do you mean you didn't know? It's nothing for you to worry about, Mr. Raver. My buzzer's busted and I can't always hear when a guest arrives. I see, so it was the buzzer. You spend so much time fixing other people's things, maybe you've neglected your own. The fuck is going? You're freaking me out, Dylan. Come on in. We can have a chat inside. Yeah, about time, too. This dude does like taxidermy bugs and shit. We're gonna get killed. Look at that aura. Now listen, Dylan. What do you want with me? Why'd you suddenly decide to open the door and let me in? Simple, I didn't want Mr. Raver to start jumping to the wrong conclusions, that's why. You know he used to be a detective. You just go around poking his nose in. I noticed that you use the word detective a lot when we talk, Dylan. Do I? Can't say I've noticed. May only be a hunch, but are you fixated on me and Mr. Raver because you're really into cops and the lifestyle that goes with it? Oh, exactly! Well, maybe you'd like to tell me why you're also keen on monitoring the other tenants. Well, it's natural. Everyone likes to know what other people get up to. That's all it is. I'm not some sort of stalker, you know? I think you are. I think you're a weirdo, Dylan. Hey, Dylan. You went to Lucky's Cafe today, right? Yeah, I went down there. So you know all about the letter I found there, too. Letter? What letter? The one that was attached to the underside of table B. Oh, right, that letter. That letter, so he does know about it. Just as I suspected. Tell me everything you know about the letter. I don't know anything about it. Don't fucking lie to me. You put it there, didn't you? You think I put it there? I bet your ass. You bet your ass I do. What's so funny? Listen to yourself and your stories. My stories? Yeah, they're amusing. So what did the envelope have inside it? Was it some sort of clue to something? Dylan! I'm getting fucking sick of Dylan. Come on, Mr. Hyde. What did it have inside? You can tell me. I can keep a secret. Come on. Dylan. What are you trying to hide? I beg your pardon? Are you working for someone else? Mr. Hyde, I really don't know what you're talking about. Trying to pull a fast one on me? I'm not trying to do anything of the sort. I'm not working with anyone. More importantly, so what did the envelope have inside it? Was it some sort of clue to something? Dylan! Come on, Mr. Hyde, what did it have inside? You can tell me, I can keep a secret, come on! Dylan, admit it was you. What? You attached the envelope to the underside of the table. Mr. Hyde, will you listen to yourself? Answer my question! More importantly, what did... Fucking, he's a psychopath, I hate him. Please, Mr. Hyde? Can't you just give me a hint? You can tell me something about what you found, can't you? Give it a rest, Dylan. I've just about had it with you. We're through talking. Huh? What did I do? I must have made a mistake. I'm sorry I gave you the wrong impression. Didn't mean to get you excited over nothing. I'll catch you later, Dylan. I'll kill you. That's just like how the others act. They treat me like I'm some sort of idiot. They think I don't know anything. What? But they're wrong, Mr. Hyde. I know a lot of things. Yeah, such as? Like I knew that there was a letter stuck under that table. Aha! So you do know something. Who left it there? Tell me. Sorry, even I don't know that. Shame. If you knew that, maybe we could have talked some more. Mr. Hyde? Why are you so keen on finding out about that letter anyway? Forget it, Dylan. We got no more to discuss. Letter may not have had a sender, but I know it didn't come from you. Huh? The letter didn't have a sender? Mr. Hyde, are you telling me that you received an unmarked letter too? The hell are you talking about? I'm trying to say, did you receive a threatening letter as well? Threatening letter? He knows something, I'm sure of it. Oh, who's being threatened? Maybe you should just forget I said anything. Yeah, too late for that, Dylan. Is something in this apartment being threatened? Damn, I didn't want to tell anybody. Who is it? I can't say. Tell me. It's her. Miss Patrice. She's being threatened? Yeah, that's right. Why would somebody want to threaten her? I haven't a clue. But I can tell you that for a fact somebody's doing just that. There I go again, running my stupid mouth off. Now what am I gonna do? I really don't want to tell anybody about the threat. This guy's got issues, man. He needs to, be threatened as well. I'm begging you, Mr. Hyde. Please don't breathe a word of this to anyone. How did you know about the threat to Mags? I came across it one day. Came across it how? I'd gone to Miss Patrice's room to fix something, and there was a phone call. I can tell you that the phone call in question was definitely threatening. It only lasted a short time before cutting off, too. Miss Patrice's face turned pale and her hands began to shake. From that point on, I made it my job to look over her. It was also from that time that unmarked letters and packages began to arrive. Not long after that phone call, Miss Patrice made her decision to sell the place. So does Mags even know that you were there to witness the threat? Has she mentioned it at all? I don't think she registered that I was there. I just kept quiet as a mouse. Hey. Did you think it'd be bad for you if she knew? Well, of course I did. If she knew that I'd overheard that phone call, she'd certainly stop asking me to perform all those little maintenance jobs around here. Not only that, I'm sure she would have made me leave way before we all vacate. She's that kind of person. I know plenty of her secrets, Mr. Hyde. I'm just not talking about the threat. You're a freak, man. Yeah, what kind of things do you know? Stuff about the past. I could tell you things, Mr. Hyde. Things about Miss Patrice's past. Well then, enlighten me. Everyone has a past, alright, but hers is more interesting than most. I know you don't exactly trust me, Mr. Hyde, but I can assure you I did not send you any unmarked letters. I want you to believe me. I'm not the sort of person who goes around threatening others. Is that so? It is! You think it'll help you solve the mystery? I'll tell you about Miss Patrice's secrets. On one condition, though. You share with me what you found in the letter. So, we had a deal? I'll think about it. I got somewhere to be. Make my way out of Dylan's room. I'll just go straight to the source. Fuck you, Dylan. Why'd Dylan have to go and set me off with all that talk of secrets and stuff? And Mags, could she be connected to it in some way? Connected to the incident that happened all those years ago? I think it's time I gathered my thoughts about all that's happened. December 22nd, Ed woke me up with a phone call in the morning. He said he was willing to take me back to work for Red Crown, but on one condition. What did he want me to do? That's right, he said. He told me to sell items to 2 people in the building, then get him on the phone. Once they completed his task, I called him to let him know. I also took the opportunity to discuss the mysterious order sheet I had received. Ed eventually agreed to let me pursue the order and try to locate the Scarlet Star. He went on to tell me the reason why the police had to reopen the dad's case. He said the case had been reopened due to a connection with a crime syndicate called Nile. Right, it was called Nile. Nile was a crime syndicate Bradley was investigating undercover 4 years ago. Exactly how this syndicate was connected to my dad's death was something that neither I nor Ed could imagine. Frank came to collect the cassette tape I got from Tony. I asked him why he was so keen on investigating what happened 13 years ago. Instead of answering, he gave me a picture and said to stay away from the people in it. I recognized two people in the photo. One was Marie and the other was... Right. It was a picture showing a scene at a funeral. There was a much younger Rex among the attendees. Seems that Rex knew about Marie 13 years ago. And that's one of the things I intend to investigate from now on. One message left on my answer machine, the recipient of the item revealed, for information on reward, I was told to look under the table B in Lucky's Cafe. When I did so, I found that somebody had attached an envelope under the table. In addition to the letter that had explained what the reward was, there was something else. The item was... Right. There was an extract from an old newspaper inside the envelope. It contained the story surrounding the case where my dad was killed. The letter said that the reward for finding the item was the truth of 25 years ago. This was an offer that certainly got me thinking. When I reread the letter, I noticed something unusual about the typography. I applied some pressure to Dylan when asking him about the unmarked letter. He said he didn't know anything about it. Went on to say that there was somebody in the building who had received a threat. The person who received the threat was... Right. Dylan told me that someone had issued a threat towards Mags. Dylan also said that in exchange for information on the unmarked letter, he would share some more info on the secrets he knew about Miss Patrice. I wasn't ready to commit to anything at that moment, so I left. Now there's even more mystery surfacing in the building. I have to deliver the missing item to whoever's responsible for Kathy McGrath's murder. And the reward for finding it is the truth of 25 years ago. I can't stop wondering what the sender of that order sheet really wants. What am I going to find out by unraveling the mystery? Who in the apartment had a part to play in the events that happened in the past? What little I'd managed to put together in my head has come apart. I have to start again and try to uncover the whole truth behind what happened 25 years ago. My voice is hurting. Alright, I think I'll end it here, because my voice will not survive the winter. Let me move us over. Let me find us a lovely person to host in the meantime. Skill issue. Do you hear my voice? Does it sound healthy right now? Does my voice sound like the voice of a healthy person? Let's find someone nice to throw us over to. Let's see. Let me look up Hotel Dusk. Anyone streaming Not. Keep missing all the hotel. Then let's do good old bread and butter. Go back to the well. Let's see. Let's see. Does this person look good? Yeah, we got a Canadian we can throw it over. We're gonna throw it over to Aries Storm. We're gonna give him some love. Give him the quality guarantee. So let's give him a little bit of love real quick. Oh, thank you all for watching. Nice to hop back into it. We're gonna go throw it over to Aries Storm. They're playing Investigations. A pretty good one. It's the first game though, so unfortunately it's the worst Ace Attorney game in the series, but that means one of the best is right after, so they have that to look forward to. But we love and we support all mysteries here. Go over there, give them some love, and remember, make quality mistakes. Bye-bye.